Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on a full face drugstore makeup look. I wanted to create something that was glamorous yet pretty simple, nothing too complicated, that you could recreate at home using products from your drugstore. If you're balling on a budget like I am, and I know like a lot of you guys are, then you can appreciate good drugstore makeup. Drugstore has a lot of amazing products. You just kind of have to trial and error and see what works for you. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and you will try it out. If you do, don't forget to thumbs up the video, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel and stay a while. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. So I've already filled in my brows and applied an eye primer, and I'm going to start with this new palette from Maybelline called The Nudes, and I'm going to take the taupey matte brown shade just in the crease as our transition color. If you guys want a full review on this palette, let me know in the comments down below. Then I'm taking Bad to the Bronze Color Tattoo from Maybelline. This is a staple. If you don't have this product, it's a beautiful base, and I'm going to apply this all over the lid. Now I'm going to take this baked eyeshadow from NYX called Shira. It reminds me a lot of tan pigment from MAC. It's an antiqued rosy taupe color. I'm applying it with a little bit of water on my brush just so it applies more vibrantly. Now I'm going to darken up the lower crease area, going back in with the first brown that I used. I'm using a denser brush, which will concentrate the product more, making it darker. I don't want anything too overboard, so I'm just going to add a little bit of depth. Then after I get it as dark as I want it, I'm going back to my blending brush just to make it look a little bit more buffed and a little bit more natural. Now I'm going to add a little bit of mascara to my lashes to amp them up. This is the new one from L'Oreal called Miss Manga. I've been enjoying it recently. And you can stop here if you want, but I'm going to add my favorite drugstore falsies, which are the Wispies by Ardell. And here you can see the difference between lashes and no lashes, and these look really natural. Now I'm taking my favorite drugstore liquid liner, and I'm just going to line right above the lashes to add a little bit more definition, and it's going to make your falsies blend a little bit better. Since you want to add the liner after your lashes, I go back in with the Q-tip just to get any liner that might have hit the lashes from the wand. Then I add a little bit more mascara just to make sure they're blended. Now for the face, I'm going to take the Angel Veil Primer from NYX. I've been really loving this recently just to create a base for my foundation. Then for foundation, I'm going to take the Revlon Color Stay Whipped because it's full coverage and it keeps me matte, and I'm a little bit more oily. My skin is kind of having a freak out right now. I don't know if you can tell on camera or not, but I'm going to be applying this all over the face, and then I'll add a little bit more product where I need more coverage. Now for concealer, I'm going to use two. First, I'm taking the NYX HD Concealer right under the eyes, and then the Maybelline Instant Age Rewinder to highlight other parts of the face, and I'll be blending everything out with my Beauty Blender. And you always want to make sure you set your concealer with a powder so it doesn't budge. Now I'm taking this NYX Sun-Kissed Radiant Finishing Powder just to set parts of my face that get oily throughout the day. Now I'm going to do a little bit of bronzing. I'm taking this powder from L'Oreal. It's actually a face powder. I just use a darker one to kind of contour and bronze. This is the shade C6 Soft Sable. I always pick a cool toned powder. The C stands for cool because it's going to have more gray undertones and it's going to look a little bit more natural. I'm also going to go in with a smaller brush just to define that contour a little bit more. Now I'm going to take this baked blush from NYX called Solstice. I consider this more of a bronzy shade, and I'm going to apply that right over the bronzer. And then I'm also going to mix in this blush by NYX called Apricot right on the apples and blend it backwards. Going back to the eyes, I'm going to take this brown eyeliner from Rimmel and put it in the waterline and also a little bit below. And then I'm going to smudge it out with this dark bronzy brown shade from the Nudes palette by Maybelline. I love smoking out the lower lash line with a dark liner and shadow, and I think it really amps up the look a notch. Then to finish the eyes, I'm going to add a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. Moving on to lips, I'm going to show you a few combinations. First is Nude, which is my favorite. I'm going to take this lip liner and first apply that all over my lips for a base. Then I'm going to use this butter lipstick from NYX in the shade Bit of Honey all over my lips, and it's kind of like a sheer version of Myth by MAC, but it's a little bit warmer and a little bit more wearable. And then of course I'm going to top it off with a gloss. This is my favorite NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Eclair. So this is the lip color that I would rock with a look. It's really fresh, really natural, and I love my neutral lip colors. So for the next lip option, I'm going to start with NYX's lip liner in the shade Orange, and then right on top, I'm going to apply the Revlon Color Stay Moisture Stain in the shade Miami Fever. It's a beautiful, vibrant, corally red color, perfect for summer, great on tan skin, and it just reminds me of like a fruit. It's very juicy. For the last lip color, I'm first going to apply a magenta lip liner, and right on top I'm using a Maybelline Hot Plum lipstick, which is a very wearable purple with pink undertones. And then on top of that, I'm using Milani's Lip Intense liquid color in the shade Violet and Vava Boom. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you try it out. Make sure to tag me if you do. I've been loving your recreations from my last makeup tutorial. Thank you as always so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
When I met you in the summer, till my heart beats out, we fell in love.